Welcome back. It's 4:30. We're keeping our eyes on all the changes coming out of D.C. in the last couple of days. President Trump has signed more executive orders cracking down on the southern border.
In national media, we are seeing deportations ramp up, though we haven't seen wide-scale rates. Joining us to better understand this shifting landscape is immigration attorney John Broyles. John, thank you so much for being here. And federal authorities have actually given permission to arrest people near schools, near churches. What are you sharing with your clients right now?
Well, I think the things that keep my clients awake at night are probably not the same things that keep me awake at night. I do know that the president announced that schools, churches, and other places, hospitals, would now not be off limits to immigration enforcement actions. But I do know that in the 27 years I've been doing this, that ICE does not want to go to those places to conduct enforcement operations. I don't expect that there will be a lot of enforcement operations. The targets of these enforcement operations, I think, are going to mainly be people with prior removal orders, people with serious criminal issues, people that had their day in court and didn't go. They don't typically hang out in churches and schools. So,
on social media, we have seen and heard about teachers and people in churches say they would push back against raids that target children specifically. What would someone with that position need to know?
Well, I think the most important thing they need to know that there is a due process to the immigration system, that just because somebody gets detained by immigration doesn't mean that they're going to immediately be on a flight out of the country or taken out of the country, that there is a process that has to happen. And, you know, forcing that process to occur in the hallway of a school with some sort of confrontation with immigration is not what we want. You know, there is a time and place. I used to serve on the Citizens Police Complaint Board, and they always used to say, you know, the street is not the courtroom. And so with a removal process, there is going to be a proceeding, and that's where those issues can be addressed. And so I would encourage teachers and others to try not to get involved. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Okay, so Trump did pass an executive order to limit birthright citizenship. We know that has already seen a challenge by the courts, and we kind of have to wait for let the court system kind of play out. What would you advise your clients in regards to that? Because you did mention that you are seeing an increase in people who are calling for your services and are concerned about that.
Yeah, we are. We have a lot of younger people that were born here to parents who are undocumented, and they're calling thinking that they're going to lose their citizenship. And I'm not a constitutional scholar, but I do know that is also going to go through a process. You know, birthright citizenship has been in the Constitution. I think what the courts will do is hold to the status quo, meaning we keep in place birthright citizenship while this litigation goes through the courts and makes it through. And typically nothing has ever been applied retroactively where they'll go back. That would just be a disaster. There would be too many, there'd be no way to figure out who is going to retain citizenship and who isn't. So I don't see that as something that's going to actually happen. I don't think the president is on firm legal footing there. And so I do think that's just more of a...
Yeah.
That's what we'll have to see. There have been so many executive orders, and we need more details in terms of how some of these things are going to be carried out.
Well, the conversation continues. Immigration attorney John Broyles, thank you so much for being here, providing some insight and your perspective.
Thank you.